All right, hello, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Maurice Jackson, and I'm here with another video of the suggested books for Christians. And so here goes book number 5. It is by Miranda Lundy. It's called Sacred Geometry. Sacred Geometry. Okay. Here goes the back, in case you want to pause it and read it, and you know. And so this book is something that I read, and it explains obviously sacred geometry. You know what I mean? But now the relevance of that is this: when you look at everything around you, you realize that, like I say, there is only the Holy Trinity. So you have oil, you have blood, and you have water. So you have top, right, and left. All of those three have dominion over that bottom one, and that bottom one would be like grease. You know what I mean? So it is the opposite of oil. It is thickened oil. Now, when you look at blood and water, blood is masculine compared to water. Okay, and so masculine and feminine come into play. So heaven and earth. So blood would be the representation of heaven. Water would be the representation of earth. And so you have a whole list of things underneath those two. So you have time on the right side, you have space on the left side. You have lines on the right side, you have shapes on the left side. You have male, you have female, you have masculine, you have feminine, you have a point and a space. So you have a point and a dot. I'm sorry. You have a point, you have a line, and you have a shape. So that's where this book comes in. Is what I'm trying to say. Um, Soul would be in the blood. The Bible says that your soul is in your blood. Your life force is in your blood. Water would be spirit. Spirit is feminine compared to soul, which is masculine. Okay, so therein lies the Holy Trinity, and that's where a book of shapes is beneficial for a Christian to have, just to understand things. You know what I mean? Understand a bunch of things. Understand day and night. You know what I mean? The light and the lesser light. Shapes would be the lesser light because letters are actually light. Letters, Hebrew letters are actually portions of light sitting in front of you. And so numbers would be the portions of numbers sitting in front of you. Numbers would be which be shapes in front of you. So there is masculine, there is feminine, and there is just being. Somebody that just is, somebody, everybody has it. God made man in his own image. Male and female, he created he them. That being said, male and female is not man and woman. Male and female is strength and beauty. So you can talk to someone and you could be very strong right now, or you could talk to someone and you could choose to be a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more, beautiful about it. God gave the sons of Aaron turbans and robes for beauty and glory. Those are the priests. You know what I mean? So there's a reason that you see people dressing the way that you see them dress and everything. So there is strength and there is beauty that's masculine and that's feminine. And this book comes into the feminine part. This comes into the spiritual part of it. Not solar, but lunar. Now, I'm not doing anything with the moon or anything weird or nothing like that. It's just, you know, God created everything, and so I just want to know more about Him every single day. And this is a good book to help you out with it. It tells of the circles, it tells of spirals, it tells of the squares, it tells of triangles, and that's kind of where I was trying to go at. Would be the point. This would be the point. This would be the triangle, which would be masculine, the blood, and this would be the square, which would be feminine, the water. And so there's a bunch of patterns in here. There's a bunch of things to get to know that you probably didn't know. You know what I mean? You look at a tree and there's so many more shapes than just an arrow. You know what I mean? There's so much more to look at than just what you actually see. This actual creation is only just light and sound. So people call dark sound. People call dark sound, but I mean people call sound dark, but that's actually sound. You know what I mean? So you have light and you have sound, and sound is where shapes come from. Light is where items come from, like time, like items. You know what I mean? If you want to go ahead and look into my other series called the Introduction to Atomic Language, you can look into that, and I'll talk more about that, about time and how that looks like an item. You know what I mean? How you can determine that something is sitting there, and because it is there, it has already been sentenced to a certain time period. And space as well. Space would be shape. So space is the, you know what I mean? Just we'll get into a little bit more about that, but this is the book. It's called Sacred Geometry by Miranda Lundy. So please go pick up your copy. It's not expensive at all. I should probably start leaving links to these books in the description. It probably won't be in here for this video, but one day I'll make sure I do that. All right. So talk to you soon. Peace be with you. Have a good one. Peace be with you.